So Megan, there's always something extra weird and wacky to taste. Past years, we've seen the watermelon burgers and pickle cotton candy. What's the crazy concoctions that people can sample this year?
Pickles seem to be a consistent theme, Natasha. So there's quite a few offerings with pickles again this year, including this one here. This is a deep fried Oreo pickle concoction topped with some icing sugar and I'm not sure what else. So I've seen quite a few pickle offerings. Again, Cheetos seem to be a thing this year. This is a mac and Cheetos popsicle, they're calling it. All right, so you've got that there. And look who's making an appearance at the CNE this year, Taylor Swift. So this company, a cheese curds company, getting on the Taylor bandwagon, of course, in advance of her concerts here in Toronto. They're saying it's topped with lavender haze, and I'm not sure what else in there. It's very sparkly, though. So we've got that. This, have you ever heard of Spam, Natasha? Remember Spam? So these are tater tots, they're calling them, with fries made out of Spam. These are sushi rice tots, they're saying, with Spam fries topped with some nori. So that's a pretty creative concoction. And then for the more on the junky side, again, you've got fried chicken here with cereal, like that. I'm not even sure what cereal that is, but there's different variations of it where you can get fried chicken dipped in your favorite like cereal you had when you were a kid. So that's here. I've also tried, one of the more unusual things is a fried chicken sandwich, but the chicken has been dipped in Kool-Aid, like a Kool-Aid flavor. I did sample that one. I've got to say it didn't totally grab me, wasn't my favorite. But I've also sampled a little tzatziki flavored cheesecake. That was kind of different. That was pretty tasty. And then you've got, again, a range of drinks on offer and foods. They also like to do things big in terms of the food. Last year, one of the features was a 4-pound taco. And this year, there's a ginormous samosa. I think they're calling it, 12 inches stuffed with potatoes and peas. So it's huge. So lots on offer in terms of the food. I'm still making my way through. As you can see, this is the media preview day. So we get to sample a lot of the different foods. There's a lot on offer, and this is just a little bit. I'm still working on it though, Natasha.
So what you needed was elastic waist pants, Pepto-Bismol, and a brave spirit. Although I have to say, some of that stuff doesn't sound bad. It actually sounds kind of intriguing. But it's not just the food, right, Megan? There's more stuff to do at the CNE. What have they got lined up this year?
Yeah, they've got, of course, the games and the rides, the midway. That's a key part of the CNE every year. But some of the other attractions they're highlighting that are new for this year, they've got a half pipe setup, and they're going to have performances every day with BMX bikers, inline skaters, and skateboarders. And featured in that performance is recent Olympian Andy McDonald, who competed for the UK, and he's 51 years old. He was one of the oldest Olympians there for the UK. He was here this morning putting on a bit of a demo. So those shows will be happening every day. And if you're a wrestling fan, then you got to come down to the CNE this year, because there will be several WWE Hall of Famers on hand over the next 2 weeks, signing autographs and making appearances. And there is just tons of entertainment, a range of shows to keep people entertained. So of course, there's the nightly concerts at the Bandshell stage. Opening show on Friday will be Canadian rocker Sloan. All kinds of genres of music over the course of the CNE. There's ice skating shows. Elvis Stoico is here again this year with his acrobatic ice skating show. There's the water skiers on the lake performing tricks and acrobatics on the water. There are lots of things for animal lovers. There's a cat competition, a dog show, a farm where kids can learn how to be a farmer for a day. So no shortage of activities to keep people occupied. But of course, the games are a big draw, trying to win those stuffed animals. And we did speak to one of the game operators who's been working here since he was about 10 years old. Listen to what he told us about why he loves the X so much.
I mean, you can't beat the energy down here, right? When the crowds are here and it's just packed, there's a buzz in the air. I think people like to be where there's other people, right? So I think being at the CNE and just all the noise and the sound and the great foods and people walking around with prizes and the screaming on the rides, I think it's just the energy, right? And that's why people come back year after year, and the fair's been around for so long, and hopefully we'll be around for a lot longer.
And of course, it is a summertime tradition for a lot of Torontonians. The X has been going on for more than 100 years, but also people from outside of Toronto come here too. It kind of is a rite of passage in terms of the summer for people in the city, but sadly it does sort of signal an end to the summer, Natasha, this tradition. But again, the X opening on Friday, and it goes right through to Labor Day.
Megan Fitzpatrick at the Canadian National Exhibition. Thank you, Megan.